Look at those scenes. The warrior on the road, dug in with the rifles, and beyond it, just burning wrecks and napalm. Crazy. Hello guys, and welcome to a new Regiments video today by me, Vulcan. In this one, we're moving on with phase 23 and stage 14 of my Steel Surge Warpath. Previously, we had an absolutely fantastic stage which has left us with 652 operational authority. We can basically max out all of our units. So I'm probably going to do just that. We'll get all of them back up to full strength, and that's still going to leave us with 535. So we have a fully replenished army. So what we can do is maybe add a little bit more to the deployment points. That will allow us to deploy almost everything, but there's always worth adding or leaving a little bit of a gap there, because when we go to events, the cards sometimes allow you to use more deployment points. So might as well leave it so that we can take advantage of that. Then there's the supplies, so we can pop them in. We can go for some extra signals intelligence. But it looks like, honestly, maybe I can just max this out. We can max out supply, we can max out signal intelligence. And yeah, that'll be nice because it will allow us to get more information on enemies during battle, and you can see it decays by 1 point each 2 phases. So wow, we are in a very, very good position at this point in this warpath. We're going to be doing the Escort against the Polish today, just because it's an interesting mission and it should be relatively difficult. We also have supplies disrupted, so supply platoons cannot be deployed and external supplies are not available. So it's going to be difficult to maintain our forces. Let's see how we get on against the Polish in Steel Surge phase 23, stage 14 at 9 PM. Here we are, ready to go. And where are they coming in from? They're coming in from both sides. They're coming in from over there, they're coming in from here. That's going to be difficult for us. If they were all coming in from one side, then it would have been a lot nicer, but yeah, we're going to have to keep our eyes peeled here. That's where we can deploy reinforcements, interestingly enough. So yeah, maybe I'm going to have to deploy something in these trees here in order to counteract that. I think for now, what we can do, there is a pretty good place for the Challenger, straight in the middle here, so we can definitely do that. And on this side, I mean, again, this is a perfect place for the Challenger, so let's put one in here in the factory. Actually, I might not be able to put it on top of that because it's not in the circle. It's a little bit awkward. We can pop them maybe here then, a little bit further back. We do have 26 engineer support for this one, so I'll also make sure to have plenty of recon. We'll do some recon ahead slightly of those challengers. We'll have one over here as well. I guess that is something I could have spent the points on. If I'd selected the Escort, we probably could have put some points into the into this engineer support instead. But we'll put sort of a recon over here. I would also like a recon maybe over here somewhere, because I'm a little bit worried that they might try and flank over to the exit. Same through here. We want probably some eyes here. And I'm not sure they'll go all the way over to this right hand side, but we can pop some eyes here as well. Cool. Alright, so we've still got enough for maybe an anti-tank emplacement, so let's pop one of those down. I'm just going to put it back here. And we can do some obstacles, let's do that as well. But 4, maybe as far up as we can like that. Cool. Alright, let's see about getting the scimitars down. The scimitars here, we've got recon right in front of those. We've got recon right in front of these as well, actually. Maybe I could just put the recon back here. bit more of a safe place for them. And then maybe we could even have the chieftains on the flanks here. Like so. And this is an orchard, so it does provide decent cover. And then, I don't know about Echo. I think in Echo we're probably going to be using like autocannons more than anything. But I could put maybe some chieftains behind the town. And then we have the warriors with rifles in the town. I guess we're not as concerned about holding these outer objectives because we don't need the activation, or not activation points, the operational authority. That's what I was thinking of. We can keep some Fusiliers in Delta. And then where else could we use some Fusiliers? Like maybe in these trees. We'll have a couple facing that direction. Some mortars to help with pinning things down. We'll make sure to split those up, so we'll have one mortar on one side, one mortar on the other. Got the camera briefly there. The rapier, it's going to be a tough one. I kind of need to maybe prioritize on this side, I think. It's because of the warriors there defending that objective. M109, I could just leave it near the spawn. Although external supply is not available, so I'm not actually going to be able to resupply them unless I actually sell them, so it doesn't really matter where I put them, so leaving them there is not a good idea. We'll just put them in the middle on group 1, and I'll try not to forget about them. Then, what else can we do here? I mean, these are all facing like the opposite direction, interestingly enough. Whereas I feel like I actually do need some infantry in here. We'll put some in there. And maybe we'll just put like a little early warning force of territorials in here. Have them go up after the start. And then we've got our helicopters, and that's it. Let's confirm, and off we go.
Loud and clear. We'll go out.
So radio intercept reports an attack with 8, 6, and 3 platoons. A lot of platoons. 17 platoons coming in from here. Since we have really high signals intelligence, it shows you exactly where they're coming in. So we can see them coming there. Well, they are coming in from both sides at least. 17 platoons coming in from one direction would be really difficult to deal with. Well, let's just speed things up a little bit whilst they come into line of sight. Which way are they heading? And this is the benefit of having really high signal intelligence. It periodically shows you where units are when they're not in line of sight. Okay. So it seems like they're going to push pretty hard on this side. So we'll napalm here. And it seems like they might be going through the trees. I'm a bit worried they're just going to come out on this side. Like maybe they're going for the exit. Well, here come the planes. Did one of them at least get the napalm down? It did. Okay, so the challengers are engaging from the edge of the town there. Let's just hit those, I guess. We'll try and counter battery the artillery. It looks like they've turned towards Echo, which is fine.
Can't hold a moment longer. Affirmative. Over.
Those challenges are getting very low and I don't have supply for them. We do have rally, so maybe I should be using that to get the challenges back online. We'll just back them up for the time being just to recover, and then we can send them back into the fight.
Loud and clear.
Nice.
Will go.
That's good. I'm going to move these over slightly because they seem to just be being ignored at the moment completely. Oh, we need to unload them if they're going to actually do damage. Huge.
Roger out.
Okay, good. They are shifting over this direction still.
Solid copy.
It looks like the first attacks have been dealt with at least. Challenger doesn't have line of sight. Oh, it does have line of sight. Good.
Roger out.
Make sure we counter battery the rockets. I think I'm going to start shifting over the chieftain here.
Target seen. Ready.
That's a lot of troops coming in. Those poor Fusiliers are going to be coming into contact soon.
Roger, will do.
Alright, we're starting to see these troops coming in towards us. I have some cluster here.
On the way.
And we'll do some area recon just so that we can actually see them. Or the AIFP Fusiliers. That is ridiculous. Alright, here comes the cluster.
Need case back now.
The AIFPs are going to have to back up. We'll need to napalm that company, and we'll start swinging over with the Challenger as well, just so that we can get side shots onto these T-72s and T-55s. Chieftains, we're going to keep backing them up. At close range, it seems like those are not doing too much damage. Oh, they only have M72s, they don't have Law 80s. That is rough. Good napalm. Challenger's almost out of ammo. I'm going to have to retreat with these chieftains. Get them fresh back in again. Okay, good kills at close range at least. Like these rifles, these guys have Law 80s, so they're in a lot better position. But that was a lot of stuff taken out there. Very nice indeed. This game is actually very, very pretty when you zoom in. Okay, we'll just bring the Challenger actually just back to this location. Kind of like in between. Because if they come across there and then push down, the Challenger's still going to be able to engage. It looks like we lost the FV Fusiliers entirely. And the rifles as well. In these rifles. The fact that they only have M72s is just tragic. I know that there's a shotgun right here. But maybe we can kill it before it causes problems. Riker's doing a good job back here. That was the one that I bought. That's a very, very crazy engagement. Look at that. Look at those scenes. The warrior on the road dug in with the rifles. And beyond it, just burning wrecks and napalm. Crazy. The hero hold right there as the waves of infantry continue to come in. Let's bring up some more infantry though.
Listening. Solid copy on all.
I'm actually going to just let those challengers leave while there's a little bit of a respite on this flank.
We're getting a lot of fire here. Ammo black. Please advise. We've got casualties. Solid copy.
Oh damn, the Conquers there actually hitting my chieftain really hard.
We need support right now.
That's not good. The main ammo's tough here. I think it's a cluster strike. Go on, warriors, hold the line.
Ready.
Could be a beautiful, beautiful cluster strike. The save. The massive save. Wow. That was a lot of damage.
It's a slaughter. Get us out of here. Loud and clear. Wilco out.
Okay, let's get them unloaded. Park them up next to the other AIFV Fusiliers.
Running out of ammo. Orders.
Phew, alright, well, that was something, huh? The convoy's continuing to push through. That's good. There are some more units on their way.
Got it. Pushing out.
Seems like they've changed their tactics here a little bit.
Orders.
Okay, we actually shot that down, nice. Do you want to take out the Semi-24 if I can?
Over. On station.
Those warriors can leave.
Ready.
Oh, the AFE Fusiliers here have been flanked. Thing is, the entrenchment is what keeping them alive. If I break the entrenchment, they probably die very quickly. We'll try and pull them back just a little bit. Ah, they're going to be driving right into them. Maybe they can be covered on the way out. It's because the reinforcement point is over here. So the AIFBs are like heading in that direction, and yeah, they got destroyed. That's a shame.
Orders. Wilco out.
Yeah, those are going to have to back it up.
Target seen. Roger.
Five minutes remaining.
Okay, I mean, if we can hold all of the objectives, then, to be honest, we've done a really good job.
What's next? Wilco.
Let's get the chieftains in. 4 minutes left. It's been a crazy phase. It really has. These, I think, are the last infantry units that need to get to the exit.
Ready. Wilco.
Just pull back here. Force the
Fire. Over.
unit there to move forwards, and then we can hit them. We're going to have to spend our points on reinforcing the
Ordnance on the way.
AIFVs, I think. Those guys did not have a good time in that forest.
What's next? Solid copy on all. Strike zone. Copy. Ready.
Just going to move the Challenger forwards a little bit,
Need case back.
so that they have range here on the T-72s at least. It's good. Oh, these AIFB Fusiliers took a lot of damage at some point. Like, not having supply has made this like extra difficult. Like, imagine if I had supply
Reverse.
for the warriors here in the town, for example, or even my Challengers. Would have been really, really good.
Tactical support on the way. Ready for action. Solid copy on all.
The long range shots coming in from the side there onto the T-72s. And then maybe too much AA. Well, that still dropped. Huge.
What's next? Heads up. Enemy contact. It's too much. Move out. Move. Affirmative. Over.
Okay, 1 minute left.
Roger, will do.
Looking to drop some napalm on the far side of that town to burn up anything that tries to come in.
Loud and clear.
One minute remaining.
It's moving up these infantry to get their AT on target at close range. This is just such a brutal battle here. 20 seconds remaining.
On the way. Orders. Retreating now.
So many units coming in there. I think we lose Echo. Have to let it go. 4 seconds remaining. Oh, didn't even get the airstrike in. But what a battle. 94 dead. 264 wounded for us, 296 dead for them, 935 missing. Like the KD across the board for the entire warpath so far has been pretty good. Yeah, the initial warrior hold in that town was incredible. It really was. Okay, well, let's move on to the next phase. So we have 228 operational authority. We do definitely want to get our units back on their feet. So we definitely put most of the points, I think, into the warriors, into the AIFBs. Get those rifles back up to scratch. I mean, we can basically get everything back. Yeah, might as well. And then we just put a couple into the engineer support, so we have a bit of extra engineer support this time around. Maybe just some extra supplies. Cool, that'll do. Let's have a look at what our new events are. So air superiority, air tactical aids are 50% cheaper. No special event, air tactical aids are not available. This would be really, really hard. This is going to be probably one of the toughest ones. And then blitz. Phase lasts for 5 minutes left, plus 200 supply points and plus 100 deployment points. This could be really good for Escort. This could be great for Escort. Let's do it. One of the difficulties about Escort is like how long it takes for the troops to get from one side to the other, but I assume they just spawn faster with this. But now we're on phase 24. Let's see how we get on. So we do have the illumination there. It looks like Echo is technically contested, so we can't actually deploy troops into it. So we'll have to deploy warriors back here. Where's my other warrior? These can basically deploy back here, and then we'll just kind of push them in immediately. I've got my chieftain, my challenger. Challenger can go there. Chieftain, I guess, might as well stay where it is for now. I didn't use my links or the Alouette at all in the previous battle. At least I used my artillery. That was something. We'll bring in the M109 to the center again. These two can get back into this tree line. And the chieftain, guess we can put it there for now. They will be dug in at least, and then we can have the challenger stay there instead at closer range. We do also have the extra engineer support to put down, so we should definitely use that. The recon was very, very handy previously. I'm going to put some recon here. Put some in the edge of the town. I might also put like a HGM over here in case they kind of break across and try and come through there. That would be very useful. And we could also do it here actually. That will just give us some extra support. I'm thinking we put like an infantry unit dug in there. Got enough for one more observation post, so we'll just do that. Wonderful. Okay, more AIFV Fusiliers. Maybe I just put all three here. Seemed like the place that they're attacking the most. We'll definitely have the mortar come back in. And the territorials can be here. So we'll just concentrate around Echo, I think, and around Mike with the infantry, because that's where they were attacking last time. And then we use supply to make sure that stuff's fixed up here and stuff's fixed up here.
Loud and clear.
That'll have to do. Cool. All right, let's confirm, and off we go. I'm going to have to make sure I use artillery elimination as well. I'm pretty sure they start like right in front of us here. I'm going to have to be careful. They're not in Echo though, because they would be contesting. Okay, no, it actually reset their units further back. Probably because they didn't actually take control of this entirely, so they weren't staying there in the previous. But there's already a lot of troops on the map. And this town is already just covered. Look at that. All the wrecks from the previous engagement still all over this town. And the reinforcements arrive. Ready to go again.
Roger, will do. Orders.
And not using my helicopters actually probably made things a lot more difficult for me previously. We'll bring the helicopters over here because it seems like they might be trying to move across again. But we have a shorter phase, so I don't know how that affects victory points. Because you get victory points basically for every one that comes across. But if I shorten the phase, does it mean I get overall less victory points? Maybe. Just keep an eye out on the signals. Well, that's a lot of troops. Look at that. Do the area recon here just to see kind of what those forces are.
Target seen.
Okay. We'll do artillery elimination over them. And we're going to want some pretty nice artillery strikes. Not artillery, airstrikes. That's what I'm talking about. But speaking of artillery,
No target in the area. Over.
okay. Let's rally here.
Listening. Solid copy on all. Receiving fire. Over.
Can I move the Challenger forwards? I think they got smoked off. That was crazy. Like, that is a lot of units.
Tactical support on the way. What's next? Roger. It's too much. Move out. Move.
Alright, at least we've broken down the majority of that attack. This attack further down. Didn't manage to get... Oh, I did actually manage to get those clusters off. Nice. These ones will hit the PT and the BRDM. Well, that's trying to go for the Lynx here. Lynx is actually doing a good amount of damage though. Looked like the Rapier kind of saved us here. These AIFB Fusiliers need to fall back though. And we need to continue pushing down towards this area because they seem to pushing in towards Lima pretty hard. Having the striker here that's firing across has really helped us out a lot.
Ammo red, requesting resupply. Contact, weapons hot.
I'm actually going to turn around at the chieftain here.
Orders. Engaging enemy, send backup.
Let's just make sure we're rallying these.
Zone lost.
Loud and clear.
Yeah, we'll just have the chieftains move over to the other side. The Challenger can come across as well. One of my chieftains actually got killed. Okay, Lynx should be ready to go shortly. That can cut off a lot of these forces. I've got the Rapier coming over as well to help engage the Mi-24. Okay, Rapier is trying to do its best there. They're just tanking it.
Tactical support on the way. Roger out.
There's so many troops coming in from this side. It's crazy.
Please advise. No target in the area.
Oh, we hit those hard that time. That was nice.
Roger.
Zone lost.
Down here.
Okay. We just need to rally these again. I'm gonna put the AIFB Fusiliers
Low on ammo.
like as far back here as I can. Cap that.
Listening. Retreating now. Heads up. Enemy contact. Solid copy on all.
God, this field is just littered. Absolutely littered with enemies. Getting such good side shots. Because I didn't have them unloaded, that was really bad.
Got it. Pushing out.
Zone captured.
This is out of ammo, these are out of ammo. Just let them reset. I want to keep the ammo for repairing the challenges. And then while we're bringing in the Chieftain Mark 11 here, we can fix up the Chieftain Mark 10 and have them drive over to the other side. These... What I'm going to do is actually just drive them away. And then we'll retreat them from way back there. Oh, there's a lot of forces coming in this side now. Wow.
Solid copy.
So from here we can just tell them to retreat, and hopefully they'll be gone before they get to the tree line.
Zone captured.
Roger.
5 minutes remaining.
That is a huge amount of forces. Right, let's move these back to the other side. I'm even going to get the Chieftain Mark 11 here to come across like so.
Got it. Pushing out. What's next?
Yeah, so it looks like the concentration of the convoy is just like way more. Artillery illumination, and we'll do area recon. And we're going to want to do like cluster
Fire mission acknowledged.
and napalm again, yeah.
Loud and clear. Affirmative. Over.
Okay, beautiful. Napalm, cluster, burning them all. Absolutely massive strike. Wow. Okay, down here's a bit
What's
sketchy.
next? Roger out.
But otherwise, again, like, you don't think it gets any worse, but that is absolutely nuts. The whole city and town is on fire. It just looks awesome.
Copy. We're getting torn apart here.
Right, those guys need to leave.
Deploy smoke. Reverse. Roger. Clear the area. It's about to get hot.
Okay, my aircraft should kill these ones. There's loads more coming in from this side again.
Loud and clear. Strike zone.
Just gonna back it up to the supply.
Pushing out.
Fusiliers are almost in position anyway, so they can run over there. These are gonna want to back it up.
It's a slaughter. Get us out of here. Listening. Solid copy.
And nothing to stop the napalm. Perfect.
Taking heavy direct fire.
Zone lost.
What's next? Affirmative. Over.
Gonna move back in there. That's a supply. Fix up those.
Ammo. We're getting torn apart here.
1 minute remaining.
Need case back. Now.
Got maybe a little bit of ammo left. No more
Zone
ammo.
lost.
Ooh, the Challenger got wrecked. Oops, I meant to retreat the supply, not the Fusiliers. Although the Fusiliers getting out of there is probably a good idea.
Zone captured.
Tactical support on the way. Orders.
Ooh, one of them got popped there.
Get us out of here. No targets in the area. Over.
Alright, that's it. We did it. Phew, well, we lost a lot less that time, but I feel like we killed a lot more. We lost 451 dead, 1,234 wounded. That's crazy. That is a lot. That was some serious attacks. But that is stage 14 and phase 24 concluded. So we're moving on to stage 15. Making good progress. And I don't think we lost all that much in that engagement. So fantastic stuff. And we're really, really doing well on the victory points. But that is unfortunately all I have time for today. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed another look at Regiments. I thoroughly enjoy this game. It is really good fun. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.